Dear students, in today's session I am going to explain about the dual nature of radiation and matter. Okay, this one is the 5 marks topic. Okay, it is a very important topic in a second year. Dual nature of radiation and matter. What is the meaning of a dual nature? Dual nature means a double nature. One is the particle nature, another one is the wave nature. In wave optics, we learn about the interference, diffraction and polarization. That all comes under wave nature. Here particle nature means photoelectric effect. Light moving in the form of particle type. Example, photons. Okay, in this topic, mainly we are going to study about the dual nature of a radiation. Light exhibits two forms. One is wave nature, another one is a particle nature. Okay, now very important concept I am going to explain, that is the electron emission. Electron emission. What is the definition of electron emission? It is a very important for 1 marks. Electron emission. Electron emission ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? The process of definition. The process of emission of free electrons, free electrons from a metal surface, by supplying suitable energy, is called electron emission. Definition: the process of emission of free electrons from the metal surface by supplying suitable energy is called as electron emission. Dear students, already you know that metal contains free electrons. Consider one metal. This one is the one metal. It consists of free electrons. These we call as electrons. Electrons. When you supply certain amount of energy to this one electron, okay, for example, E is equal to H nu. E is equal to H nu. Photon energy incident on the metal surface, that electrons absorb that energy and that are escape from the metal surface. Okay, that one you call as electron emission. Okay, ನೀವು ಫೋಟಾನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಚ್ ನೀವು ಎಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ನೀವು ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್, ಇ ಅಂದರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ. ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 Thermionic emission. First one, Thermionic emission. Thermionic emission. Okay, what is the definition of a thermionic emission? Definition: the process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface by heating it is called thermionic emission. The process of emission of a free electron from a metal surface by heating it. Okay, example entu andrili, consider one metal. This one is the one metal. On this metal free electrons are present. This one you call as free electron. By supplying heat, heat given to the metal. Due to that heat, electrons are liberated from the metal surface. By supplying heat energy to the metal surface, electrons are escape from the metal surface. Electrons are jumped from the metal surface, or electrons are liberated from the metal surface. Okay, that is called as thermionic emission. Thermionic emission. Thermo nothing but heat. Heat in the electrons remove adu andra or liberate adu andra metal surface ninda adikkenanta karitvi thermionic emission. Next one, number 2. Field emission. Field emission. What is the definition? Field emission. Field emission. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons from a surface. When strong electric field is applied. When a strong electric field is applied to the metal is called field emission. Is called field emission. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface when a strong electric field is applied to the metal surface. When you apply electric field to the metal, electrons are liberated from the metal. That one is called as field emission. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ field emission ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Next, consider two charged metal plates. This one is a metal plate A and this one is a metal plate B. This one is a positive charge plate and this one is a negative charge plate. What is the direction of electric field here? Positive to negative. Positive to negative. In the presence of this field, strong field, we are placed on metal. This one is considered as a metal. Okay. From this metal, electrons are liberated or electrons are emitted. That one is called as field emission. When you supply strong electric field to metal surface, electrons are emitted, electrons are liberated. That one is called as field emission. Third one. Photoelectric emission. Third one. Photoelectric emission. Photoelectric emission. Photoelectric emission. Photo means light. Definition. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface. From a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it. When a light of suitable frequency is incident on it. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it is called photoelectric emission. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it is called as photoelectric emission. So here, this one is a metal. Here photo nothing but light. Light of suitable frequency falls on it. Light emitting from the sun, its light energy or photon energy is equal to h nu. E nothing but energy, h Planck's constant, Planck's constant, new frequency. Suitable frequency of radiation when it is falls on the metal surface, electrons are ejected, electrons are escape, electrons are liberate. That is called as photoelectric emission. Photoelectric emission. Hello students, once again I repeat these 3 points. Dual nature of radiation and matter. Dual nature means double nature. One is the particle and the other is the wave nature. First important concept, electron emission. What is the definition of electron emission? The process of emission of free electrons. The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface by supplying suitable energy. By supplying suitable energy is called as electron emission. Electron emission. This one is a metal. This one is the metal. These are the free electrons, and this one is the energy incident. E is equal to h nu energy incident on the metal surface, and these electrons are escape or liberate from the metal surface is called as electron emission. Types. First one is a thermionic emission. Thermo, nothing but heat. Okay, when you supply heat to the metal surface, electrons are takes that energy and escape from the metal surface, or jump from the metal surface, or liberate from the metal surface. The definition: the process of emission of a free electron from a metal surface by heating it is called as thermionic emission. Second one, field emission. Field, strong electric field. The process of emission of a free electrons from a metal surface when you apply strong electric field. When you apply strong electric field. Due to that strong electric field, electrons are liberate. Okay, this one is the 2 metal plates, positive charge plate and negative charge plate. Electric field direction positive to negative. Electrons are liberated from the metal surface when you apply strong electric field. When you supply the strong electric field. And third one is the photoelectric emission. The process of emission of a free electrons from a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it is called as photoelectric emission. Photo, nothing but light. Photo ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಲೈಟ್. ಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸುಟೇಬಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಫೋಟೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿದೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂತೀವಿ, ಎಚ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಓವರ್. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ very important bit, that is the work function. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದನ್ನು 2 marks ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ 2 marks. ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ definition: the minimum energy required, the minimum energy required by an electron to escape from the metal surface. The minimum energy required by an electron to escape from the metal surface is called is called work function. The minimum energy required by an electron to escape from the metal surface. Already I told that on metal surface, on that metal surface electrons are present. To liberation of these electrons, some amount of minimum energy is required. When you supply minimum energy to these electrons, at that time electrons are escape or electrons are liberate. Electrons are escape. This one you call as work function. It is denoted by symbol. Phi naught. It is denoted by symbol phi naught. Definition: the minimum energy required by an electron to escape from the metal surface is called as work function. And this one is the metal. On that metal, free electrons are present. When you supply minimum energy for these electrons, and electrons are escape, this one called as work function. Then work function denoted by symbol phi naught. Important points: phi naught is equal to h nu naught. Phi naught, it is the work function. This one is called as work function. H, it is the Planck's constant. Nu naught, it is the threshold frequency. Threshold frequency. This one is a very important equation in this topic. Phi naught is equal to h nu naught, and nu naught is called as threshold frequency. Threshold frequency. And this equation also written in the form of phi naught is equal to h c divided by lambda naught, because already you know the relation between c is equal to f lambda. ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. c ಅನ್ನೋದೇನು? ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್, ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್. c is equal to f lambda, or c is equal to nu lambda. nu ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದೆ. nu is equal to c divided by lambda, or in terms of frequency, nu naught is equal to c divided by lambda naught. ಇಲ್ಲಿ c is equal to h nu ಇದೆ, nu naught ಇದೆ. nu naught ಜಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ. c is equal to nu naught is equal to c divided by lambda naught. Okay, then next. That work function is depend on the metal surface and the nature of the surface. The work function depends on the properties of the metal and the nature of its surface. nature of its surface. That work function is majorly depend on the properties of the metal. Properties of the metal and their surfaces. The surfaces means smooth and hard surfaces. ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ depend ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That work function of the metal is depend on two categories. One is the properties of metal, another one is the nature of the material of the surfaces. On the two factor it will be depends. Next, that work function measured in terms of electron volt. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ measured in electron volt. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು electron volt. It measured in terms of electron volt. Electron volt. And next one point, highest work function. Highest work function. Highest work function. Highest work function. Platinum. Platinum. In that metal, platinum having highest work function. Highest work function or metal surface adappa metal adu yavadu andre platinum. And next one is the lowest work function. Lowest work function, that is the cesium. That is the cesium. Cesium having lowest work function. And what is the definition of work electron volt? Electron volt. Electron volt. Electron volt. What is the definition of 1 electron volt? 1 electron volt. 1 eV. The energy gained by an electron. Definition. The energy gained by an electron. The energy gained by an electron. The energy gained by an electron. The energy gained by an electron when it has been accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt. The energy gained by an electron when it has been accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. That electron accelerated in the presence of 1 volt potential, it gains energy. That energy called as electron volt. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ electron volt ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That 1 electron volt is equal to its value 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Electron volt in terms of joule. Electron volt value is to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Okay, up to here electron emission and its types, work function, and electron volt and its electron volt converts to joule over.